Wimba. People teach people.
The SouthWest London Academic Network, known as the SWAN Alliance, is an imaginative, strategic alliance of 3 universities with complementary strengths, brought together to support 3 virtual institutes in healthcare.
At the University of the Arts London, we deal predominantly in images, in sculptures, in paintings, in photographs, in video, in fashion and so on. So our needs are different to many other universities that have a more text-based or word-based environment where they're dealing with essays and long pieces of writing and so on. Although that's part of what we do, it's really not the core of our business, which is images and the visual world rather than the written.
Within my role, I had a need for the Wimba collaboration suite for a variety of reasons. One, we're on joint or different campuses, so meetings are quite difficult because you've got to take driving time and all that into consideration. So from a staff perspective, it's quite a useful suite of tools.
Wimba Create is a particularly important tool for the SWAN Alliance because existing investments in virtual learning environments in the 3 universities mean that 2 use Moodle whilst the 3rd uses Blackboard. This means that academic staff may only be familiar with one of the 2 virtual learning environments they need to use. By using Wimba Create, they can focus on the learning objectives, creating material in a simple Word document, and then by a press of a button, create that material as a web page or set of web pages within Moodle or Blackboard.
At the moment, the main tool we're using from the collaboration suite is the Wimba Classroom, and that's been the mainstay of our teaching. But obviously, as we're exploring what it can do for us, we're finding all sorts of interesting ways in which the environment can really help us in delivering the education we want to deliver.
As with many photographers, I have to have a computer and a laptop these days as part of my work. And so I use my laptop at home or wherever I happen to be in order to access the Wimba Classroom.
One of the objectives of the SWAN Alliance is to promote innovation and collaboration among the 3 universities. And the Wimba Collaboration Suite is an important part of those environments.
When we started to design the course, we really wanted a kind of Web 2 feel to it. We really wanted it to be collaborative and interactive rather than, the sense of somebody sitting on their own in their home, not having any interaction with the rest of the students that they were studying with. And for us, Wimba gave us that collaborative space in a way that was much more efficient and much more interesting than the other collaborative tools that we looked at, because we looked at several other platforms delivering web conferencing. But the way that Wimba provided it within Blackboard in a much more interactive way and with fantastic feedback tools, it really made it stand above the rest of the competition.
There are all sorts of other ways of learning online but it's often like a video tutorial or perhaps just a flat-based text-led, like reading a book essentially online. The thing that I like about this course is that it allows us to interact and ask questions and get feedback directly, and that wouldn't be possible without the Wimba Classroom.
The Wimba Classroom also has another great feature, which is the ability to record and archive anything that you're doing. So again, on Monday's session, when I start to do the face-to-face and the virtual session, I'm going to archive it so that any students that couldn't log in at the same time have the opportunity at a later date to go back and find out where the archive is, click on the particular archive, and then listen to the whole session. And this can be done for meetings, it can be done for anything.
I think the most interesting thing about the whole experience is the fact that we can do it at all. We've got 16 photographers based all over the world, from Texas to Istanbul, from Mozambique to Armenia. And the fact that we can meet together frequently, on a regular basis, in a space where we can communicate in real time. We can look at pictures that each other has shot in real time. We can talk about them, we can discuss them, we can annotate them, we can draw on them. We can do all sorts of things that you would obviously be able to do in a traditional classroom, but the idea that I can do that with such a diverse group of practitioners from all over the world in real time is really extraordinary.
We quite often, when we're kind of referring to, when we're going to meet next, we might say, see you in Wimba World, or see you down the Wimba Arms, or other such descriptions of our Wimba experience.
Wimba. People teach people.